But to summarize, the peps can take 3 different forms. They can either take a speedy form, where they basically attack first if they take that form. They can take an attack form, where they do more damage. Or they can take a defense form, where they won't attack, but they also take little damage.
You know, I'm watching your corner screen and just watching Bowser, like, turning it on and off. I wonder if he's sitting there trying to go, is this doing anything? What is this doing? He's just turning it on and off, you know? It's not doing anything for him. Other than turning it on and off, like, what's this button do? Push the red button. I am, but it's not doing anything.
Bowser is a really, really, really patient guy to just kind of sit there and constantly hit this machine, being like, what is this doing? Punch, 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 punch. Before I go on that point, this is a new enemy. This enemy is called the Piranha Plorp. I don't know where the name Plorp comes from. He spits like gaseous goo at us, and it can poison us, actually.
Because, you know, Bowser has poison in his body.
You see, in previous segments where we had, like, Bowser's assistance, like, first he was drinking out of a fountain because he was told he would detox his body. And then second, you know, he was kind of chubby and he couldn't really go anywhere. And then here, it's just like he is trying to figure out what in the world this machine does, and he just kind of stands there, like, just standing there. You know what I mean? He really doesn't know exactly what to do with it.
Turning it on and off is the answer? Right.
I've been in IT long enough to tell you, yes, turning it off and on again will solve the problem a majority of the time.
Yes, I would agree with that, except, you know, he had an explanation on what the machine does. So, yeah.
I don't know. Chippy didn't tell him he needs to stay here and constantly punch that machine at all either. He is just dumbfoundedly curious about it. There we go. So each of our area, we're going to eventually hit into this little panel here, and this little panel will light up the star into the center area, which will allow us to basically collect pieces of the star that we ultimately need to put together. Also, at the end of each chamber, we're going to just get a platform which allows us to more easily explore the area later on. Although most of these areas, we really don't have much of a reason to go back and explore them too often.
Don't have any reason to, really.
Unless I missed something. We got an oddly shaped star panel. Thanks for letting us know, game. So some of these areas we actually can't enter at the moment, as this Globin wants to tell us that we need to collect attack pieces. It's like, oh, you need to collect attack pieces. Fun. So yeah, that little small area I cannot hammer Mario into. I just can't. And in fact, if we go over to here, same story. Can't attack Mario into it at all. Speaking of attack pieces, there's just one hanging out right here. Why don't I go ahead and pick it up? Out of all areas to collect the attack pieces into, as you'll find out from the attack that we're going to get from this area, this is probably one area where you could probably skip the attack pieces. Unless you're doing a Let's Play like me and want to get the attack, because the attack's not very good.
So, useless attack is useless. Gotcha. Skip unnecessary attack pieces for unnecessary attack that is useless.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so speaking of things that the Blu-ray machine does, we have this, I guess, thin membrane thing that we have to go through. While the X-ray machine is on, we can't see ourselves, but we can see the platform. On the other hand, if we turn the Blu-ray machine off, we can see ourselves, but we cannot see the platforms. Effectively, we're blind one way or another when proceeding through here, and Luigi has ran into an enemy on us, actually. A couple more napses and one of the Piranha Plorps. There we go. Once again, the fire flowers are pretty amazing. Just killed him right away. But yeah, this membrane thing is actually kind of annoying because I am completely walking blind, and I have either choice to walk blind or to see where I am. And now I'm walking blind still because I can't see where the platform is. And well, now I can see what the platform is. There's some hidden stuff here, so if we go ahead and... Aw, I missed that jump. Back to the beginning. This is a long hallway too, so if you ever fall into the goop down below, you do all go all the way back to start. Do not collect $200.
Do not pass go. Go straight to jail.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, death is jail.
Mm-hmm. So this is the other attack that the Piranha Plorp has. It's this spitting goo attack. First, this attack can poison you. Second, this attack actually does a lot of damage. Third, it lasts a while. So like while I was doing research, I couldn't help but notice that a lot of people like on Game FAQs and other websites or even YouTube comments say that they died a lot to Piranha Plorps because of that attack. And I can see that. It does a lot of damage. You need to know how to dodge and press the jump button.
I unfortunately would not, because that's annoying as hell.
Otherwise, I guess level up or beef up Mario and Luigi's defense, or just keep them healthy. Like right now, I actually have like the Mushroom Badge and Excellent, which is a really good badge setup for keeping Mario and Luigi healthy. Because when you get the badge gates filled and then use it, it's a 50% HP heal, and you're not dependent on mushrooms at all to use it either. And there we go. There's a hidden little coin block there that has the hero wear for us. If we go ahead and go into the gear, we will notice that the hero wear is basically almost entirely a straight buff to what we have. The fighter wear slightly increases power, but like 6 points only. So I'm like, I'll put the hero wear on Luigi, which right now Luigi has like a lot of defense, way more than Mario. Oh boy.
And it's collecting as collect attack pieces.
Collect the attack pieces. Okay, it would help if Luigi make that jump. Okay, never mind. Let's go. But one of the things that the Napses can do, not only just like attack you, they can also power up one of the other enemies, and they'll power up one of the other enemies equivalently to the status effect that they currently are. So if they're speedy, they will up an enemy's speed. If they are powerful, they will up another enemy's power, or defensive, they'll up defense. One thing that I can tell you that I've learned just by going through this area, because this area kind of, if you look at it, is located in Bowser's small intestine. He's got a lot of toxic things inside of himself. I mean, not just the Piranha Plorps, but like all these little blue platforms that he has hanging up all over the place, and whatever in the world the peps are. The Napses kind of look natural. But point being, I think Bowser would benefit a lot from a little detoxification.
More water.
More water, you say. Oh, by the way, we can actually turn off pieces of the star paneling, if you were curious.
How the hell would I turn them off? That's dumb. How the hell would there even be an option to turn it off? That's even more dumb!
I couldn't tell you. But other than drinking a whole bunch of water, let's see here. Do you think Bowser should actually start drinking tea? Or what would be a good way for him to get detoxed?
Green tea does detox. Water's most likely the best.
Just drink water, Bowser. Go back to the Black Beach. Just drink a lot more water. You didn't drink enough water out of all that water you drank. Wow. I can't believe I'm saying that since he spent like 40 minutes drinking water. I think we need a bit more than water here. There we go. So we can go ahead and use our partially completed oddly shaped star to go ahead and enter into this door. And like I enter in this door and I'm like, wait, let me explore over here for a second here. Oh, I actually can't go any further this direction. So let me go back into that door. That brings us into this room over here. If we can continue forward, we'll notice a drill-shaped object. And the drill-shaped object does something. That actually looks like it probably hurt at some point. This weird, just inside of Bowser's small intestine, he has like these 3 bone-shaped things that just drilled right into one of his nerves, and no reaction from it at all. But seeing a drilling motion, that's pulling up memories for Mario and Luigi. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the tutorial, because basically we just got the ability to drill into the ground. Like so. So the drill works basically the same like it did in Mario and Luigi Partners in Time with the babies, where you could just get get Luigi to go on top of Mario, and then you'd have the drill animation, and there you go. I'll get more on the drill in a little bit because now we can actually see the Napses work a little bit more there. The speed naps, he'll speed at you really, really quickly like that. The power naps will try to wall up onto you, and it'll actually put up his guards as well. And this new enemy that we have here, which just knocked me on my feet, or my butt, I should say. He looks a lot like an enemy from before, but his name is just a Pow-Up. A Pow-Up. And it's spelled really funky too.
Nope.
Great
Nope,
great
nope, nope,
great job,
nope, nope,
Nintendo.
nope, nope, nope.
Great job, Nintendo.
Yeah, I'll say great job. Golf clap.
There we go. But the drill, it allows us to go into the ground, and if you've been paying attention to me playing any Mario and Luigi game beforehand, or heck, if you even know about Mario and Luigi games, Superstar Saga, Bowser's Inside Story, Partners in Time, heck, even Dream Team, you know we're able to drill into the ground. There's stuff for us to get into the ground all over the place. And now we have the ability, so now we can get stuff from all over the place.
Super Ultra Backtracking Extravaganza! Yay! Boo!
That will come at some point, I tell you. Probably not right away, though, because I don't have an exact motive to do the backtracking.
There's no reason to backtrack in this game for real.
Well, you see, as we're going to explain here, we can use our drill ability, and the normal thing that we get when we drill into spots in the earth is to get, well, in this case, they're sparklies. We get beans.
Just call this Bean Simulator 2001.
You know, I do have to point out the really uncomfortable reality that Mario and Luigi are drilling into Bowser's organs to pull beans out of them that have just been sitting here in the small intestine for who knows how long.
My guess is these are like fat cells, so, you know, the beans probably got absorbed in, like, his fat or something. We'll just go with that.
But still, it's not exactly a comfortable thought to have. I kind of died there, but thankfully that wasn't too bad. I think I should probably heal Mario and Luigi. They're doing pretty bad for HP. There we go. But yeah, while we're inside of Bowser, don't think you're getting away from the beans quite yet, because inside of Bowser, you can find beans wherever there's a kind of glowy, flashy thing. And we've actually ran into glowy, flashy plains into other areas, and we just haven't used any beans there yet. I'm trying to get rid of the Piranha Plorp right away, because holy cow, Piranha Plorps can be really, really, really annoying. But yeah, you see the little shiny, specky things? That means there's a bean there. When we're on the overworld, it's an X in the ground, because X marks the spot. The kind of beans you can get in this game correspond actually to your stats. So right now we're getting like heart beans, special beans, there's also attack beans, defense beans, all the kinds of beans. Using one will allow you to permanently increase either Mario and Luigi's equivalent stat. That is, if you use a heart bean on Mario, he'll gain 1 HP permanently. So you can choose whether or not to just dump all the beans onto Mario, onto Luigi, or spread them out, or do whatever. I'll probably end up spreading them out in this playthrough, but you have the choice. So if you just want to make one of the brothers really powerful, you can choose to do that. If you're going to do that, make Mario really powerful, because he's the one who has the jump helmet attack, and that attack is entirely dependent on his power. So to, you know, have a super powerful jump helmet would probably be a good idea. There we go. Let's go ahead and take out the snaps. So this entire time we're kind of in Bowser's quote-unquote small intestine. If you take a look at the background, I'm not entirely certain if I get the vibe of a small intestine. Let me go ahead and actually heal Mario's SP first. But if you look at the background, it just looks like a lot of lava lamps strung together, not small intestines. Like, you could set up a camera instead of Bowser's small intestine, and it would be just like watching lava lamps. I once read a study that if you put a camera on a lava lamp, it actually becomes a really, really good source of entropy for a computer, because lava lamps are intrinsically chaotic, or a chaotic system. So I guess if you want a source of entropy for your computer, put a camera inside of Bowser. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track here pretty badly here. We have a number memorization puzzle here, which actually isn't too terribly difficult. But by completing it, it completes a platform here that we can jump on top of, and that allows us to continue on forward. And there we go, got ourselves some additional super mushrooms. I find it funny that we've been in this area for as long as we have, and Bowser is still just punching the machine. Rah, rah, what do you do?
You really said it tickles, so maybe, you know, it's helping him digest.
Well, maybe. We don't know, because Bowser doesn't have a facial expression in that little corner of the screen to show us what he's thinking or what exactly this is like. Maybe it's like a massage and he's just kind of enjoying it.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That's probably what it probably feels, he goes, tingly, and, you know, it's sucking all the fat out of him, I don't know.
The equipment we just got is the special boots. It increases special attack power by 10%, which when you think about, we have equips that increase normal attack power by 10%. So special boots, while they could be useful, we usually have better equipment than them that increases attack power across more than just the special attacks. And there we go. That completes the 4th area, or I guess the 4th part of the star, if you want to say that. So we only have 1 more to go.
About time.
Thankfully, we don't need this really weirdly, oddly shaped star panel. We're actually done with the star panels at the moment. The reason why you can turn them on and off is in case you collect them in a weird order, and then all of a sudden you need to use one of the other star panels that are in a different configuration than the one that you see there.
Well, that's stupid.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and take out these.
The game
peps
should
here.
have forced you to do them in a specific order then.
It doesn't exactly work like that. We got to level up. And actually this level up comes with a rank up as well. We have made it to Shine rank. Shine rank just says you can go to the next shop in town. We can't actually put on more equips, nor is there anything else special that we get along with it. I actually probably should have just gone off my RNG list of level ups and gone off something other than HP there, admittedly. Curse you, RNG generated lists. I only have myself to blame too for following it. Hopefully I can get something better for Luigi. Okay, I guess that's technically better. Technically. If we continue looking around this room here, we actually make it to a room where we have to send small Mario into that is just basically a huge mess of platforms. And you see, unlike video games where you can hold down and press A to jump downwards, you cannot do that in this game. So this room is basically a puzzle to collect our attack pieces where you have to jump correctly or else you have to jump all the way up to the top to jump all the way back down to the bottom. No joke about that. By the way, game, putting a 10 coin block there when I'm expecting an item or maybe just 50 coins. Thanks for that. But yeah, I've got no choice but to jump in. This is not a game where you can like press the jump button lightly to only jump a little higher. You kind of jump at a static amount upwards. So we kind of have to strategically move through here to be able to get all the attack pieces. It's not difficult, but still, I now made it here, and now the only way for me to get into that other little platform is for me to go all the way down and back up again. It could be worse. It could have been a Kaizo hack decision where you can't go back down, now you're SOL, but for me to make it to this platform, I have to drop down, then go back up. There we go. Let's go ahead and hit that little button, and that reveals our... I'm calling it a pipe, but yeah. The weird nose nostril inside of Bowser's intestine. If we take a look, there is a little something to our left here. It's actually a couple of blocks, and if we complete this puzzle, that'll actually get us our final attack piece. And there we go. So I mentioned the attack that we're about to get. I guess theoretically it's useful, but I never use it.
Theoretically it's useful, but you never use it, so then it's not useful.
It's not useful. It's the super bouncers. I'm actually going to show this attack right now because you're almost never going to see me use this in battle, ever. So I might as well just show it in the practice to show you what kind of attack this is. It's a beach ball attack. You start the beach ball, and then Luigi drops on the enemies a whole bunch. The thing is, you have to rotate Luigi so that he lands correctly on the enemy, or else the attack ends. And you also have to press the attack button, or Luigi's attack button on the enemy when it comes down. The main reason why I don't really use the attack all this ready is because it uses the same SP as Yoo-Hoo Cannons. It basically does the same amount of damage as Yoo-Hoo Cannons, but it's more prone to failure than Yoo-Hoo Cannons is. So as a result, it really it doesn't have a place.
Why
really.
Why even put this in here then? This is dumb. This attack is literally freaking useless. It costs the same amount as another attack, but does less damage?
I think it does the same amount of damage, actually. It's just different.
No. We're going to go with completely useless, and we're going to skip it. So that's the consensus. Deal with it.
Yep, so that's probably the last time you're gonna see super bouncers. Oh, Luigi, did you just fall? Yes, he did. You know, the whole Mario and Luigi mechanics of Mario has the A button, Luigi has the B button, worked a lot better in Superstar Saga, where it was like the main focus of the game. And I know this is Mario and Luigi, but here it's like the focus isn't necessarily on just Mario and Luigi. I mean, as evidence, we just got the ability to drill into the ground, but we don't get an attack with it or anything like that to go with it, and it's just like something we can kind of do. So it's just like, well, when Luigi falls off the platform, it's just kind of a big groan, aww. We're almost done here. Before we go, the equipment we just got, Nurse Socks, auto heals HP every turn, pretty useful. We have gotten our completed star, so we can actually be on our way to complete this dungeon next time on Let's Play Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Hooray! But I had to cut it short here because the video is already running long. So, anything else you want to say, Evil Pop-Tart?
About time. Way too long to find 5 items. So, yeah, we could have just skipped it, but whatever. We got 5 items now. Yay!
Hooray! So, from me, super bouncers are useless. This has been Milesluigi.
Yeah, pretty useless attack is useless. This has been the Evil Pop-Tart.
See you next time.
Yeah.